let's kick off our story. I am your lore keeper, and I will be guiding us through this train themed adventure. And we'll kick off as the train whistle blows, the wheels begin to move, and we start to head down the track. You are all on the Iron Devil, a train going across the country in a celebrated and star studded journey here in the late 1920s. Just starting off, let's kick it to Ducky.
Uh,
You are on the train. You have made your way past passengers in sequin dresses and fancy suits. Where are you headed, and what are you doing on this train?
Probably headed towards the dining cart. Gonna try and blend in as much as I possibly can.
As you head to the dining car, you see a service attendant in a white suit holding a tray of champagne flutes that he is passing around to passengers. He
Oh, I got
looks.
this.
Are you with?
Got this. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to need you to do our first roll. You are going to roll to persuade, unless you would like to choose another option.
No, persuade is a good thing. It's things that I put numbers in. So let's see
Great.
how it goes.
And I will. This is hard, but I'm going to give you a bonus because this attendant would love some help.
Great. All right. Bonus is I reroll the tens die, right?
Correct, and choose the lower.
Cool. Okay. Well, the first roll was a 93, and let's reroll that 10. And now it's just a 3.
Ooh.
Holy shit! That
Wow.
is an extreme success.
That is an extreme success.
How that manifests. The attendant looks to you, decides, fuck it, great, I need help. Points you to the corner where you see service uniforms hung there. Get dressed, grab the champagne. Steven, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, got it. Absolutely, like as fast as he can, just gonna like duck behind a table and try and throw on this regalia and start walking the carts.
Amazing. Let's see. Mr. Sidney Barrow, you have been brought on this train, and a attendant who looks at your ticket guides you to the lounge car. You're the spiritual man.
Yes, parapsychologist is something that he would be like to be called, but yes. Anything works. Yes, of course.
So sorry, parapsychologist. You
Yes.
can call me Iris. I'm here to help all of the entertainment
Yes.
guests with your schedule. You know that you have your seance scheduled for the lounge car in 2 days. Yes.
It is in 2 days, yes, of course. You do understand that scheduling a seance in this way is not really how things go, right? The spirits call to us. We do not really call out to them. It is quite a misconception that many people fall into. But if you must have me try to call upon a spirit in 2 days, I can do that. But I do believe that spiritual powers will be happening sometime across the evening and today and this afternoon. And right now, it's happening. Right now.
Yes, no.
between us. Do you feel it?
Follow
Do you
that.
feel
No
it?
one's
Do you feel it?
in
Do you
here
feel
right
it? Do
now
you feel
looking
it,
at you.
Iris? Do you feel it?
Make a. Are you
Yeah.
feeling something right now, or are you trying to bring Iris in to the truth of why you are here?
I am, to be honest, I'm trying to freak her out. I'm trying to have
Oh,
her
excellent.
leave me alone, to be honest.
It's working.
In that case, give me intimidate.
Oh, okay.
A skill you definitely invested in.
A skill I for sure did not invest in. But let's see. I got a 7.
Shut
Jesus.
up. For
So-
anyone who is watching who is unfamiliar with the rules of Call of Cthulhu, the goal is to get under. You want to roll under whatever score you have in particular attributes. For intimidation, if you were not already skilled in it, you would have to roll under a 15 on a D100.
Unreal.
And Sydney Barrow has rolled a 7.
That is right.
This is on brand for anyone who knows Dylan. Okay. Oh, yes. I feel yeah, yes. You know what? I'm going to leave you here. Your sleeping car is 3B. And
3B, yes.
I have so much else to do. Are you all right here by yourself? I have so much.
I'm here and I'm supposed to go to the entertainment car. Yes, that's where I should set up all of my things.
Oh, yes. Wherever you'd like to go is fine. I'm sure I will see you later. In the train. I just have to go this way.
Or
For
I've
reasons
already seen
that
you.
are
before.
things. Nope. She bounds off.
Sydney like rolls his eyes, just chuckles, like flips a coin in his hand, goes, all right. Wonderful. And just kind of waddles on in towards the entertainment car to get himself set up in a corner and take up more space than he really should.
Gorgeous. Professor Brimley, you are in the sleeper car in your section, which is 3B. You notice that there are two beds on each side of the sleeper area stacked, and you see trunks of some kind already put on the left side of the room. You and your assistant, Al, have been led to leave your items here on the right side, presumably. How are you feeling about the start of this journey? What are you setting up to do? Kind of walk us through your beginning to this train journey.
Doctor, Professor, Doctor, both are fine. It's titles are titles. Dalton, if please. Getting on this train was very cautious getting on the train. Like, although being a professor of economics, this should be something that should be more so of an interest trip, but he does seem very distracted. Getting to his cart in 3B and seeing that there's other things in the cart that are not his or Alistair's, he looks and he goes, I really didn't want to entertain guests. Hopefully they're not weird. Alistair, did you know that commercially when trains were introduced, there was a $7 billion increase in efficiency when it came to advertising? It's crazy.
No, I can't say I was aware.
Yeah, it's fine. Just between the years of 1917 and 1925, before 1920, there was just commercial air barges and, mostly used for sending mail to our troops. But now the trains, they have increased a lot of efficiency when it comes to communication, advertising, and just sheer luxury transport. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? I'm nervous.
As you were saying that, you could just literally see he's keeping eye contact, but his eyes are slowly glazing as you keep talking, and you keep giving him these facts that has zero interest to him.
Yeah, well, I'm going to sit. And he just slowly sits down and puts his hands on his knees and he starts to rub them.
Professor, would it help perhaps if I get you something to drink? Settle the nerves.
That, you know what? That would be the best thing in this moment. Please go to the dining car or the bar car, whichever one hits first. There's so many cars on this train. I would like 4 fingers of whiskey neat, please.
Brilliant. And he
Alistair,
does
Alistair, I'm
not.
sorry.
He,
4 of my fingers, not yours. Yeah, man. Thank you.
I assumed. And just hightails out of there.
Amazing. Dr. Brimley, could you roll a quick listen for me?
Absolutely. I put so much into listen. Phew, but hard. I rolled a 57. Way over by 37.
You hear almost whispers behind you, but you can't make out words. And when you turn, there's nothing but bunks in the wall. Strange, but perhaps part of the train.
A lot of these inner cars, especially the ones that are sleeper, have these wild, thin walls. Most of them are made of poster board. And he's just sitting there and he's doing this, like, trying to see if he hears anything.
While you knock on the wall, another passenger is led by attendant to what is their room, the final occupant of 3B, passing Al as he goes to find you 4 fingers of whiskey. Ruben, could you please describe your character and what he has with him as he is being brought to his lodgings?
Yeah, pardon me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, man is in a hurry. Yes, dabbing the sweat from my brow. Oh, well, this is quite ritzy as I expected. Hello. Oh, excuse me, sir, ma'am. Good to see you. Looking for my room. Oh, and then he'll, like, his suitcase will kind of open up and fall, like a bunch of clothes will fall out of it. He'll like, pardon me, excuse me. And he's just sort of like picking them back up and stuffing them back in. So sorry, a bit of a klutz sometimes.
You see the only other person in this room was tapping on the walls.
Are you concerned of the structural integrity of this particular vessel?
A lot of these sleeper cars, they're made with subpar materials because they put a lot of work in the inner mechanics when it comes to manufacturing the steam version of things. So I heard something in the walls, probably rats.
No, it couldn't be
Probably
rats.
nothing.
I certainly hope that you're wrong about the thickness of the walls, because I'm a bit of a light sleeper, and I do need, how shall I stress this? Need my beauty sleep, as you can tell. This is hot in here.
Are you staying in this car?
Excuse me, porter, am I staying in this car?
This is 3B, right?
It is
Sorry,
it?
yeah, 3B.
You're
3B.
asking me. You're the port. I have no idea.
You have flagged down a porter who is seemingly overburdened with passengers.
Oh.
And so the attitude is polite but strained. 3B, the professor's 3B, the professor's attendant is 3B, and then the occultist 3B. Yes?
But what of Reuben Vestibule, of the Vestibule dynasty?
I need you to roll. I will take charm or fast talk into trying to impress this man with your name.
I think when Dalton hears the occultist, he like Scooby-Doo's out of the door and he goes, "The what?"
I succeeded on a regular roll.
Amazing. Oh, my apologies, Mr. Vestibule.
No.
It's the first journey. Can I please escort
there's
you?
no need for this. It's fine. It is absolutely fine. I understand this is a very momentous day. The Iron Devil is
Yes.
about to set off on a grand voyage.
Yes, and we are thrilled for it. Excuse my abruptness. Could I please could I escort you to the bar car? That the occultist Barrow. He's there. I'm sure he'll put
Oh.
on a lovely conversation for
You've said it
those.
twice now.
Yes, I did. It's just he is still. Uh, is there a concern? He does. He was invited. We also have a close-up magician. We have a
It's
parlor singer.
entertainment.
Oh,
Yes,
oh.
he does readings and seance. The young people love him. Well, love what he does. I don't know if they know him.
Just,
Well.
just thought it was a little on the nose. The Iron Devil occultist. So it's fine. And they're in this room.
Yes.
On the
Is that?
nose.
Are you religious? Is this a problem?
No, that's fine. Oh, where is that boy?
Well, yes, please, if you would show me to my car. And, sir, he'll reach out his hand to Dalton. Happy travels, good luck, and, stay away from the things in the walls, if you know what I mean.
How does Mr. Vestibule present his hand to Dr.
Like a
Burley?
gentleman. Just like a gentleman.
Is it like one of these, or is it one of these?
No,
What
no,
is-
no. It's a firm industrialist handshake.
There it is. Okay. He grabs your hand, but he doesn't shake it. He just grabs it and he looks at you and he goes, "Light sleeper, occultist. Great." Still rubbing his knees.
Very well. Please show me the way. And he'll pull out a $5 bill and tip the porter as they walk.
We will jump to as the porter now extremely respectful and polite post $5 bill to Mr. Vestibule as he brings you forward. We'll jump a little ways ahead. Al has just made it to the bar car where Sydney, could you describe kind of your setup in the corner?
Sydney has splayed out, basically. Like, he has different kinds of maps all over the place. He has a deck of tarot cards. He has a few crystals kind of strewn about this table. He's taken over an entire bar cart table, and a glass of brandy that he is sipping as he just kind of giggles to himself as he's flipping over cards, shuffling them back, flipping over the next card, shuffling it back. Occasionally sits back, wafts the air, giggles to himself, and then looks around at the rest of the car.
Al, you see a very long line to the bar at the end of the car. You also see someone who appears to be a wait staff in uniform. It is Ducky holding a tray of not whiskey but champagne.
Oi, champers, anyone? Champers? Champagne? Anybody for champagne? All right, elite it is, right?
No, sir. I would like one of those, please. Thank you.
All right, you're on. Yeah, no, go right ahead.
Cheers.
Is gonna politely make his way towards. It's not whiskey. He's just convincing himself, but it's alcohol. Brings out a stainless steel hip flask and is like, "Before I grab one of these, do you mind if I just fill up?"
Oh, right, me over the cuz you're a tall drink of water. Yeah, sure, you fill up whatever you want, mate.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
He there is like zero hesitance. He just like pours everything into the flask until it's full, and then takes 2 glasses. So
I
it's
will
usually
leave you. I'm so sorry. You are pouring a sparkling wine into a flask. I am
Yes.
going to need
okay. Let's go.
a roll for that.
You're
Let's
thirsty
do.
one, aren't you?
let me look at our list of a million things. I will take just a dex roll. A roll under your dex.
So
I know what that
dexterous.
is. I'm so dexy. I'm the dexiest.
All the decks.
I'm
All the
bringing
day.
Dexy back.
I'm bringing Dexy back.
Yeah.
Another.
I rolled a 006.
That's really good.
That's real good.
Really good.
Like
So
a
dexterous.
fountain. Al holds the bottle way too high for this pour. It beautifully, like, just flows into the flask. Not a single drop is spilled. There are clearly like a group of socialites near your conversation who notice, turn, and break into applause. Ooh, incredible! Do it
Who
again.
are you,
do it
mate?
again.
I'll just like sort of like looks over at them, gives them a wink.
Screams, giggles, other fans coming out. Immediately, Al has become one of the hot topics
Oh dear
of
God.
the bar car.
Hated. All right. Puts all the empty glasses back on. It's like, tell me, my good man, is it usually quite so crowded in here?
Sorry, did you say something? I was trying. I'm still just reeling from what happened right there. That was the most impressive thing I've ever seen. Yeah, is it crowded? Sure, yeah, it's crowded. It's crowded.
Well, if you thought that was impressive, maybe I could show you something else later on.
All right.
Is Ruben Vegetable still also standing there?
Yes.
Just checking.
Well, I should probably get these refilled. Shit, I gotta go back in that front of the line. Rats. You know what? Right, you I'll see you around probably. Right on.
Looking forward to it.
Sydney from across the bar cart is just staring out there. Just like has stopped whatever he's doing and is just staring, wide-eyed, unblinking at Alistair.
I need a cult roll from Sydney, please.
Oh, fun. Okay. That sounds fun. 24, which is that's below, that's like a half. Is that good? Right, yeah.
It's under half. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is the significant success. As you stare, first explain to me why was Sydney staring? Was it due to just the
It was
speed up dexterity?
yes, it was there was commotion, looked over, saw this beautiful boy and flipped over a tarot card and just goes, oh, the ace of
The
swords.
card you flipped, you could have sworn it was swords. You look at it again, it's tower. And you begin to hear whispers. Find us.
and then Cindy just starts like waving over you, like Alistair, like, come here.
Yeah, you need a drink, mate.
Looks up at you, Ducky. 4 of Wands.
No champagne.
Oh, yes. You next to the brandy, please.
Yeah. right.
Welcome back.
Now I got nothing left on this cart, so I'm gonna go back to the kitchen and get another cart.
No, but
You know what?
first, who is that?
I've no
Also-
idea. The most handsome man I've ever seen in my life.
Give it a cult roll for Ducky as you look to Ducky as well, please.
I
Oh,
like
give it a
that I
couple for
have.
Ducky. Okay.
I love that I had not described Alistair how he looks at all. Everyone's decided he's just good looking.
Beautiful
I remember
boy.
you in a session zero being like, he's hot.
I I find him hot, but I'm problematic. So,
Gotcha.
like,
You never said. We never said that we weren't problematic. Oh, that's a 16.
He,
Jesus.
which is that a success for you still? But just
Oh well, yeah. My occult is 70.
70,
My
okay.
normal. So,
Damn.
you get a sense of deceit, but nothing else. There's something slightly off here, but nothing even close to the whispers that you heard when you looked at Alistair.
right, of course. Just kind of like looking at this card back and forth of like the Four of Wands back and forth to you. Ah, yes. Well, welcome home. So,
Yeah.
who? So, you've never met that person before?
No, just he walked up to my cart and he did the most impressive thing I've ever seen with his hands, and that was pretty much it.
Yes. Yes. Off you go. Off you go. I don't care about what you have to say now.
I will say when Sydney tried to call Alistair over, we flat out ignored. Alistair did, for like a split second, give you an wholly unimpressed look. Like it was dead eye straight stare into your eyeballs, like. And then, like, the mask comes back and he's smiling and he's turning and leaving like he didn't see you.
All right. Tower indeed. Okay.
Ducky, not a server, but someone who clearly is working with the train has now entered the bar cart and seems to be looking. When he spots you, he wanders. Wanders is not the right word. He comes over quickly.
Can Ducky try and like move into the line of the crowd that's in this train and get a little bit of like cover away from him?
Yeah, give me a stealth.
Yeah, for sure. A skill I didn't think I'd need. Nah, not even close. Big fail.
Who are you?
What?
Sorry. Has everyone
I can't-
received? Come over here.
You come over here.
Yes.
Are you? I need to get more champagne.
I didn't hire you. Who are you?
Who are you?
Let's enjoy the rest. Everyone.
Yeah,
have
everyone
a
enjoy.
lovely-
Yeah, everyone enjoy.
Yep. Come with me.
Come with me.
How close?
What?
How close are they to the to my cart? To the cart we're receiving?
Question is, I also want to know, has Alistair left yet? Because I want to know if I saw this.
We could say he was on his way out, but could have made it. Brimley, you are not close to the bar. You are in your room, unless you have made your way out of your room.
Oh, no. Professor!
Follow me.
Ducky kind of gives up the goat and goes. Oh yeah, whatever.
He leads you through the bar car, through the dining car, to what is essentially like a boiler room where the mechanics are. There are a number of different modifications to this engine room that you have not seen previously,
We're in the
as
cab.
well.
The cab. The
The
control
cab.
room with the engine rooms and the controls. I looked up some
Yeah.
train terms.
Yeah, it's that one.
Heyo.
I'm sorry. I was in charge of hiring all this stuff. I don't recognize you. It's who did you switch with?
Ducky not paying attention to this man at all, scanning this room. Like trying to as quickly as he can ascertain if there's anything that seems like it would be misplaced, or you said there were additions, like things that would have been any like machinery that he's unfamiliar with or something along those lines, things that might be out of place.
Yeah, sure. Give me spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Okay. Oh shit. 26, which is a success, but just a success.
Okay. A lot of the machinery in here looks similar to the machinery you worked on over a year ago. There are differences, and primarily there is a black metal box in the corner of the room that you do not recognize. You can't tell just from a glance what its purpose is. And you also see that this cab, while set to be primarily a steam engine, does have some equipment that suggests they are perhaps going to employ some electrical diesel mechanics as well.
Well. Ducky scans all that real fast, comes back. It all replies. Nat. He was sick, called in sick for one of the
Did you know his formal name, his family name? I don't remember who went by now.
Didn't you have somebody out sick today? I might have misheard. You know, I'll just use what they tell me. I come from the agency.
Give me fast talk. And it's going to be an opposed roll. Your fast talk versus this man's psychology.
Great. My fast talk was a 78.
Oh no.
Would you like to push it? Pushing means if you want to, you can re-roll. However, if you fail again, presumably you failed here. Yes, something bad will happen. And I can tell you, you would need to get under a 48.
No, I'm not going to push it. I don't trust my own die rolling. And has the train started? Have we left the station?
Oh yeah, we're on our way.
Then we're fine. What's the worst thing he's going to do? Throw me out of a moving train? No chance. Okay, yeah, I feel good about this.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't know this man's mentality. I'll fight him if he tries to throw me out of a train.
I mean, yeah, he does not look like a man who is regularly in fights.
Yeah, I'm scrappy.
He looks suspicious, but overwhelmed with the burdens of the day.
All right, mate, let's be frank. I need to pick up a couple. I just figured I got on the train. I saw you could use some extra hands, and I don't work for you, you know, but I'd like to.
Give me charm or persuade.
Not a chance.
Oh, no.
81.
Come on, man.
Would you like to push?
Yeah, I'll push this one. Sure. Why not? Live a little.
Oh no.
Oh,
Run
my
from the train.
gosh.
Check my charm and check my
Thrown
persuade
from
just
the
in case
train.
I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. No. Total failure in every regard. 75 on the reroll. Woo.
His look hardens. I have important people on this train. Who the fuck are you? I don't have time to stop the train for you. I'm putting you in the baggage car, and you will remain there until we hit a stop, in which case you will be escorted straight to the constable's office.
Can I see your credentials?
What the fuck?
Who do you think you are? Why do you think you're in charge, huh?
He gestures to his uniform.
Hey, you got papers?
Would you like me to take this to the conductor?
I would like to see you try.
I'm not going to bother the conductor. He's a very important man, and he's doing train work right now. Follow me to the baggage car.
Doing train work. The conductor doesn't need to do much once the train's already begun. He's not doing much of anything. If anything, you got the engineers working the train right now, and frankly, I don't see anybody doing much of shit right now.
I'm going to hit you now. And we are going into combat.
Oh my god!
I am going
Okay.
to hit you now.
I am going to hit you now.
So it's going to be Dex versus Dex to see who goes
Jesus.
first. What is your Dex?
50.
His Dex is, oh, yep, he goes first. His Dex is 80.
80?
Oh,
Why is this
The
HR
nimblest
manager
man in
so
the world.
dexterous?
because he has to
Who
deal
is
like
this
Ducky.
man?
He is going to brawl. He is going to throw
Oh, guys, it's been a fun game.
punch
It's been a real,
at you.
a real pleasure playing with you all.
Oh God.
Here's what you can do. You can choose to dodge, or you can choose to try to fight back. So dodging means you're going to be trying to escape damage totally.
Sure.
Fighting back means that you could potentially, like punch back and injure him if it's a failure.
My dodge is better, but Ducky would brawl it out.
Okay. So you're going to be using your fighting skill. You need to achieve a higher level of success than this man, who I will tell you his name. You don't know it yet. This is Ralphie Montag.
Oh yeah, I'm fighting the shit
Yeah,
out of Ralphie.
Ralphie.
I feel like we should have known that before we started this. It
Yeah,
would have helped the
Is
decisions.
this in view of any of the rest of us? Or is this sort of off in the?
We're in like the engineering
Would you
room,
have
right?
followed?
No,
They're
no.
in like a
Best thing-
staffed car by the. Yeah,
I think
by the look of it.
Ruben would have gone over to where Sydney is to have a conversation.
Alistair would absolutely have tried to follow, but in a way to make sure that nobody can see him. He doesn't want
okay, then-
people to know that he's watching.
Give me a stealth then.
Oh, I'm good at that. Okay, am I that good? Wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay, that's a 40.
Okay. Yeah. Is that regular success or?
My regular is at 50, so
Okay. Yeah.
yes, that's a regular, right?
You can stealth in. You make your way. You're near. You're not in the car with them. You are in the dining car right next to them, kind of standing unobtrusively, and you can hear kind of the yelling going on.
He's absolutely like leaning up against the wall that's between them and just like sipping from his flask. He's enjoying the show. It's like his own personal podcast.
Ooh. Okay. Ralphie failed
Okay.
in his attempts to punch.
Let's see if I fail too.
Kill him.
No, I did not fail. I got a 19, which is a better than half success.
Ooh. Okay. That means you let me pull up what that would be with the best you can achieve is regular damage because you are fighting back.
Yeah, I have
So-
damage as a D3 plus DB on my thing.
Which means your damage bonus, which should be I think at the bottom of your
Yeah,
chart.
bottom right hand corner.
Yeah, 0. Okay, so a D3.
D3.
Love it. 3.
Ooh. Okay. You do not knock him unconscious, but that is over half of the hit points he does have. So he is dazed, stunned. He stumbles back. Would you like to continue combat? Because it is now your turn.
Can I pull out the bow tie that I'd been given as a waiter and try and tie his hands to the like any sort of a thing that might be in here? Not
Yes,
garrot him.
absolutely.
Can I just tie him up?
I was like, that escalated
Not
fast.
garrot him, just
to time up.
incapacitate him.
All right. So I would put that as probably a fighting maneuver.
Sure.
So you're going to be making another fighting skill check.
Okay.
For anyone
44, which is
watching.
just under my 45 that I needed.
Oof.
Holy shit. Yeah, I told them we weren't going to do combat probably this round, but
Oh, you did.
yeah.
And then Gabe showed up.
You
Yeah.
succeed.
I didn't expect this to be the reaction.
If we roll marginally well, I think is what the response.
Yeah, right. That's the issue.
I don't know who is more frustrated, like the character or Molly, with the I'm going to hit you now.
One success. Any success. No, he is now bound to a railing on the side of the car. Still kind of dazed, not fully unconscious, but not quite with what's happening.
All right, now you listen to me, Gov. I don't like when people come throwing fisticuffs at me, right? That's not nice. That's not proper. So I'm going to have a nice, frank conversation with you. I'm here to try and help this bloody train because it has caused me nothing but troubles, and I don't want to cause it. You don't want you causing troubles either, right? So now you're going to sit here nice and tight. I'm going to be back when I so feel like it. And if you try and move a scream, I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit you again, right? I'll hit you this time. You understand me? You sit nice and tight, mate, all right? And Dougie's going to just book it.
Book it. You book it and run directly into an Alistair.
Christ blimey. Hello, Gov.
Hello.
You finished the
Looks like
champagne
you're
already?
having a little bit of a entertaining encounter.
What's a couple punches between friends and co-workers? I wouldn't worry too much about it. I promise none of this will get you to you in the elite classes, don't you, eh?
Appreciate the thought.
All right.
You're welcome to leave now. I have a few words.
With him? Yeah, right.
You
sure,
can say
right,
I'm
right,
pretty
fine.
good at cleaning up other people's messes.
I'm getting all kinds of mixed signals from you, Gov. I'm going to be on my way then. And Ducky, confused, will just sort of brush off his hands, brush off his pants, and walk back towards the dining cart.
Amazing. Before we'll come back to Al in the conversation, but while all of this has been going on, Professor Brimley, are you?
Nope.
What are you doing?
Nope.
While wait, nope.
Nope. Go back to Al. I want to know. It's just.
I know my teaching assistant. I know everything about him. What is happening?
I think Professor Brimley, like after waiting however long this happened, like he leaves the sleeping car and he's like, "Where is this boy? Is Alistair?" Like he's like just yelling and walking from car to car, making his way towards his bar car.
Ruben, Sydney, you hear the professor yelling for Alistair.
Oh my. This one believes there to be, what did he say, rats in the walls, so to speak.
Rat's
Fascinating.
name's Alistair.
Have you seen this boy? Very beautiful in the face, just completely gorgeous boy, just walking around. His name's Alistair. You just kind of like rumbling around that. Like, have you seen this beautiful boy?
And so Ruben has come and sat with me. Yes. Okay. Yes. Rats in the walls.
Preposterous.
It's probably not rats. It's probably something much different.
Such as? What do you mean by that?
You're not a believer, are you?
I believe in many things, of course. The fine craftsmanship of this train, for example, the engineering, the feats of technology that has gone into its design. It's quite fascinating.
It is, isn't it? May I ask you one question, sir? What are you doing on this train?
Well, I'm here to be part of something historic. The Iron Devil voyage? Transcontinental expedition? This is something very special, quite special, unique, a singular, they might tell you, event in history.
Yes, they might tell you that. They may very well tell you that. But do you really want to be something unique? Because if that is what you're looking for, I think, my friend, you and I both know that that is not what is happening here.
Have you seen this beautiful boy? Have you? Hello, Alistair.
I dare
Yes, the
say.
boy was here at one point, but then he left, and I have not seen him since. But do find him and bring him back here. I have some words I'd have with him.
What did you? And he like comes over to the table. Have you seen my assistant, my student?
Yes, I saw
Alistair?
that absolute disastrously beautiful boy. And that
Yes,
boy
that's him.
has been here. All right? But I have to warn you, and you too. That boy spells absolute chaos. I have no problem with it. But that boy carries around an aura of absolute upheaval, change, sudden and not asked for. I think it might be something we need on this train. So I'm not asking you to stop it. I'm just saying be very careful. Thorns have roses, is what I mean. See, I keep pulling this card every single time. I think of the boy, this card. I think of the face, this card. I think I find a different card, this card. That boy is something special. I don't know why.
Dalton takes the brandy that's on the table by Sydney and he goes, "Okay. Have you seen this beautiful boy?" And then like walks off.
Sydney turns to Reuben. I told him very plainly. I saw him. You heard me. I don't know why it was very difficult for him to
How
understand.
could
I
you
saw him.
not see such an attractive young man?
I don't know. He shines like the sun.
I can't unsee it now. I must say, for the, and I apologize for the crassness of it, for the entertainment, you seem to know or imply that you know quite a bit about what we're here for. Tell me, what do the cards say of me and my purpose here?
Should I roll?
Make an occult check.
Okay. Hiya. Okay, just a normal success, 56.
You draw again the Five of Wands and get the same exact feeling you just had with Ducky.
Oh, okay, yes, the Four of Wands. Oh. Oh. Interesting.
Yes, yes.
Cards are acting weird today.
Hmm?
Welcome back, sir. Welcome home.
What do you mean by that?
Who is it you're looking for?
Well, I suppose I'm looking for the source of this grand adventure we're about to embark upon.
Bah, I say.
Perhaps I'm looking for answers. Yes, perhaps it's answers I'm looking for.
Yes. Answers to questions you'd rather not ask, and that's why I'd like you to open your mind a little bit. Rats in the walls. Very possible. But actually rather unlikely on this train.
Indeed. As I said myself earlier.
Spirits in the walls.
Spirits, you say?
Spirits, I say! That is what I'm here for, after all. Spirits, a seance. I was called to this train to do such a thing. Is it so crazy?
Well,
While this conversation is happening, and Professor, you do hear a shouted spirits in the walls.
Like turn from the dining cart.
Spirits!
Al, no one is watching as Ducky heads away from the cab and you head into it to see a beleaguered and trussed Ralphie trying to get this bow tie off of his hands.
He steps in and then he quietly closes the door behind him.
Oh, you, yes, you're a beautiful boy. Can you help me?
For fuck's sake. Alistair didn't say that. I did. Anyway,
Favorite bit.
you seem to be in a little bit of a bind.
This criminal figure punched me, tied me up. I am going to have him sent immediately. We are going to stop this train. I am going to send him straight to the police. He is going to be locked up for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
He's
And
not
as
suffering because he is bound.
yeah,
But
as he's talking, Alistair is slowly walking closer and closer with his cane because he needs it. And his smile never wavers. It just stays there. And his eyes, there is something very intent in those eyes. Something just a touch hungry. And as he gets close, instead of helping, he takes the tip of the cane and presses where his wrist is tied and presses it hard.
It's at no, oh, you're so close. It's right. I just need the boat. This
Mhm.
ow.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'd like your attention now. See, I'm not here to help. In fact, I'd like your help. See, the man you called a criminal, I have a vested interest in him. I like those that are in places they should not be because nobody notices when they disappear. You, on the other hand, if you disappear, it'll cause a lot of troubles. I hope you understand what we're saying. If I let you go now, you leave what is mine alone.
Make an intimidation check with a bonus.
A beautiful bonus.
A beautiful bonus.
Where's my intimidation? I have that. How do bonuses work on this thing?
So you'll roll 2 of the 10s and then pick the lower. And then whatever you rolled for your ones will stay the same.
I have another 10.
You could also just re-roll the 10 that you had. Whatever's easier.
Okay, well, that's a 31.
Is that
That is blah 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 blah. That's under half.
okay? He goes pale. And just not. I don't know what
So
the
we
fuck.
have an understanding.
Yep. That I don't know who that guy was, and I don't know who you are, and I have to go get to serving dinner, and I don't know who you or he is, and we'll never know, sir.
He kneels down, takes the cane away, and tugs at the bow tie. But he doesn't move away immediately. If I find you have made a trouble for my plans, I will find you.
I'm here to make all our guests' life easier. So, I know anything I can do to prevent trouble for you, let me know.
I will. He stands up and he sort of like dusts himself off like nothing ever happened. And it's like, brilliant. Now that we have an understanding, I shall be getting back to my professor. It's a bit thirsty.
Alistair, God damn it, where are you?
Speaking of, I have a job to do. And heads out.
You hear the crowd has actually gotten quiet. You hear someone shouting of spirits in the wall. You hear someone shouting for Alistair. And Ducky, where did you go after you left?
I think far away. I think Ducky's looking to hide somewhere for a little bit. Probably like the luggage cart or something like that. If he can just find a way to duck around.
Great. Alistair, before you head back and rejoin the professor, can you make a quick spot hidden check for me?
Oh, I'm shit at that. Okay. I lie. What is with the dice today? Wait, hold on. Does that? Oh no, I still fail. Never mind. I'm really bad at spot hidden.
You notice nothing. What your mission is accomplished. This man has been beyond cowed. You leave the cab alone. Ralphie stands up, rubbing his wrist, which is bleeding, and blood drops from his arm onto the floor of the car. And the black box in the corner of the car begins to light up and begins to make a noise. We will cut back to the professor and Sydney.
It's just, and he comes back to the table where Sydney is, and he goes, "You said you've seen him. When is it? What are we doing? Oh, getting a reading, Reuben."
Yes, we were having a spirited conversation on the interesting things that may or may not be going on here on this maiden voyage, as it were.
And your cards, they tell you that. Your little cards.
They tell me a certain path, yes.
Okay. He
So
looks
there's
at
your
the brain
beautiful
empty
boy
now.
right there.
Oh, Alistair, come here. I was just about to ask Mr. Sydney here to see if he can glean something about me in his cards.
Oh. You would like a reading, would you?
Whatever you call it. Fiddle faddle.
Promptly takes the 2 glasses of champagne that he's been holding and just in front of Professor.
Oh, thank you. It's a bit warm, but that's fine. That's fine.
I was a little distracted. I apologize.
It's okay, Alistair, you sweet, beautiful thing. It's all right.
There's the damn waiter with that champagne.
No, it's
Also,
fine.
above table, how old is Alistair? Just want to set that
He's
stone
28.
right now.
He's 28.
Cool. We're all good people. Boom. Beautiful Alistair.
Not a child.
Yeah.
You beautiful legal boy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you for
Very
clarifying.
legal. Very legal.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Mr. Sydney, yes.
It is fine. For now, it seems that the card, the Four of Wands, keeps appearing and appearing and appearing. The 4 of us shall be the 4 of Wands. Here, gather around my table. All right, your name, sir. Professor, as it were? Yes, what is it?
Yes.
No, okay, so out of character question, I'm assuming these are one of those like counters where there's benches on either side that seats 4.
So he has set up, there's a little round table and chairs. This is kind of like almost like a cocktail lounge set up
Okay.
that Sydney has commandeered the corner of. So you are surrounded by people drinking and laughing, and there's light jazz happening in the corner. All of the crowd has kind of given your corner space. They are focused on getting drunk and enjoying the first evening.
Where, if it's a circle, where is everyone seated? If I can ask.
Dalton's on the edge because he kind of like scooped in. So, and I assume somebody is like walking around with more trays of drinks and stuff. He finds
Yes,
somebody
even
who
though
has-
Ducky is not here, there are still Steven is back, who originally spoke with Ducky, having been chastened, and he is providing drinks as well.
Professor Brindley catches somebody who has like a bottle on their tray with glasses, and he goes, "Quite." Okay. So just please continue.
Yeah, I assumed that I was like sitting across from Ruben at the time, and then you two kind of took over the other 2 spots.
Yeah.
So what should I roll, Molly? Occult again?
What are you trying to do for this?
Oh,
Like, are you trying to reach to the spirits or make
Well,
some
they did-
impression? Or...
They did whisper find me, so I think that's all he really cares about at the moment. He doesn't really care about these people.
Yeah,
Yes.
make another occult then.
So yes, your name again, sir.
Yes, Dr. Dalton Brimley.
Wonderful. Okay, yeah, that's a 16. So that is a
Holy shit.
Good
it's,
God,
it's,
Dylan.
it's not a like a mate, like it's not the fifth, but it's a half.
Oh shoot.
You don't hear the voices again, the find me. You hear a different voice. You hear a woman's voice. It says, Dalton, help. And you see the name in your mind, Sophia.
I ask you now, my friend. I have heard a message from the beyond. Would you like your assistant and a stranger to hear this message?
Yeah, whatever ethereal message you've heard from beyond, I'm very interested to hear what it is. Please, 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 please.
Sophia is asking you for your help, Dalton.
But he gets like real close and he goes, "Excuse me?"
Sophia has asked for help.
Dalton lunges at Sydney across the table.
Oh,
"What
good,
do
my
you
good man.
know?"
No,
He's just
I'll
like
try to-
screaming and he's grabbing him.
try to pull him off. Now, gentlemen, please be civil.
What do you know? Wait,
There's nothing to see here, folks. Where
How
is
do
that
you know that
champagne
name?
cart?
do you know her? Have you been on this train before? You tell me now. What is it? And he starts looking at his cards. What is this? What
My.
is this?
Professor. He like Alistair, who had been standing this entire time because he wasn't going to sit down, is like sort of like attempts to pull his professor away from the cards, like by the shoulders, just sort of like patting him, trying to like calm him down.
You would
Professor-
expect somebody in the train to have come by, but they are, for some reason, short-staffed, and the
Man,
others standing and drinking have created a little bit of a barrier, leaving you all to kind of work this out amongst yourselves.
Molly, I think while this is happening, Ruben is going to use this as a distraction and sort of move away and head towards the cab area to do some sleuthing.
Hell yes. Give me a stealth with a bonus.
That is going to be that's a failure.
Failure.
Mhm.
You try to make your way to the cab, and a woman in a sparkling green dress stops you. Hi,
Oh.
I heard you were a vestibule.
Hello, my dear. Yes,
Hi,
you've
I'm
heard of me.
Dottie. Yes. Oh my goodness,
Dottie.
tell me everything.
Oh well, I showed up. There's a fight. In fact, you may be needed. Yes, in the lounge car. There is a legitimate fisticuffs taking place. It's quite exciting. The
Oh my-
spiritualist of all people.
What?
Yes.
She runs off. You
Ugh.
have successfully avoided and make your way into the cab without anyone else bothering you. We'll
I'll
jump
kill
back
you.
to the table, yeah, before you.
I'll kill you. Can your cards tell you that? I'll kill you. And like he's like slowly reaching in his jacket. I'll kill you right now. What? How do you know that name?
Please, sir, I of course know this because it was told to me. She told me.
He's like looking around. Oh, which one?
Dalton, could you make an occult check?
Wait, hold on. Get a second. Oh, I don't know why I put so much into that the way I'm playing this character. But we're riding with it. That is a rousing success. I'm under half.
Incredible.
Let's go.
You see your sister ethereally next to Dalton, and she's pointing a hand to the corner of the car.
I see that.
You see that for a
To the
moment, and then
corner
it
of
flickers out.
Dalton kind of like, I don't know how high this table is. He steps over, he steps past it behind Sydney, and he's like looking like he's tapping the wall, and he's like, where do you have like, you're an illusionist, right? Right?
Give me a spot hidden check with a bonus.
Heard, spot hidden. Okay, cool. And the bonus is rolling the 10s again, correct?
Yes.
Wow. I am finally on fire. That I'm under 5th. I got a 10.
You push aside Ruben, Sydney, Alistair. You jump over the table, ignoring everything around you. You start to look, you start to touch the walls, and you feel, after a moment, something off in the just plywood, the thin paneling of this car is marred. And you see, as you look down and you have to kind of squat to see it, there is something etched into the side of this car. You see a space or a creature. It's hard to tell. And Dave, can we pop up that icon?
What? What is happening?
Sorry.
What is happening?
Shh. I'm checking for spots.
All right, it's up on the.
There is a
What is
small
that?
creature etched.
Crap. What is
And once you touch it, you feel that this is what your sister wanted you to see.
Ooh.
Mr. Sydney, I apologize for my actions. I will explain at a later time if you are interested. Alistair, do you have paper, rubbing, etching, anything?
Yes, of course. And notebook and pen. So
Awesome. Can you draw this? Or can I just pull it? Like you said, it was kind of like it's like a little weak corner, right?
No, you're muted.
you mute it.
It's thin paneling. You can try to pull it out if you have like a knife with you or something.
We're in a bar, correct?
That is correct.
And in the 1920s, ice was not crushed. It was made in large blocks and shipped. So there is an ice pick behind the bar. I'm going to grab the ice pick behind the bar to use to
Come
I
on.
love
pull up.
How do I
Onions
give
so
you
much.
more? I want to give you
Come
more.
on, real life history. Come on.
I love Ian so
Turn
much.
in.
The bartender just kind of shrugs, like, passengers, right? You grab the pick, head to the corner, and are able to kind of chip at it, and it comes off in your hand. This little piece of artwork.
Okay. Sorry. Thank you. I mean, since I'm standing here, Mr. Sidney, since you are so keen to your other senses, does this look familiar to you in any form?
Well, let me see. But first, 1 second.
He holds it to you. He does not let you grab it, but he holds it very close.
Right. But before we do any of that, I think, and he like looks kind of disheveled and just like fixing his glasses. Just, I think you owe me just this one thing. Just play along for a second. Be gone, foul spirit! Be gone! It's okay, everyone. It's okay.
Oh, don't.
Everything is fine. This is but a
Mr.
preview of
Sidney!
what you will see in 2 nights' time.
Oh my god. Okay, are we done?
Okay, yes. Let's go to my. Sidney just goes. Sidney just like gathers up his cards and just goes. Yes. Let us go to my cabin. 3B.
And we're gonna call a
Oh.
break at that as you guys head back
Ah,
to 3B.
wonderful.
Amazing.
We'll be back in 5, Dave. Is that?
Yeah, yeah. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Stick around. And we're back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna jump right back into this amazing game. Molly, back to you.
Amazing. We'll jump to the luggage car.
Oh,
Ducky, what have you been up to since your fight?
yeah. Ducky, first order of business was like get away from that guy and become as inconspicuous. Ducky like was going through the train car, like taking off his waiter jacket, being like fucking disgust, didn't work for about a fucking minute. And then makes his way to the baggage car. I think if he noticed some sort of electrical possibilities of mechanization in the cab. I think he's looking for like paneling. I think he's trying to find if there's anywhere in sort of the further cars that would feed electrical through, because there has to be some sort of wiring if it's going to work for the entire train. So I think he's looking as he like goes towards those back cars and towards the caboose, trying to find like electrical paneling, while also trying to find any sort of thing that he could like loose paper or anyone's notebook. Like if he gets to the baggage cart, we'll start opening bags to try to find paper and pen to sketch what he saw in the cab and try and get like a blueprint for himself.
Great. Give me a spot hidden.
Sure will. Hey, 47, that is a success.
Amazing. You're walking your way back, looking for electrical paneling. You go car by car. You're not really seeing anything. And then you are almost to the baggage car when you see a part of one of the wall panels where the bottom quarter of it looks off, looks like pasted over. It's possible that there is paneling behind this that has been covered up in a way to make it more appealing.
Oi, I don't remember you. Ducky's gonna just sort of move towards it and see if he can pry it loose, see what is behind there.
Let me see. I mean, it's easy to pry. Does he have like some kind of knife or crowbar or something like that?
He has probably a tool, if he was able to get to his tool belt, which he probably had underneath whatever he was wearing as it. So yeah, he probably has some sort of like a awl or something that he would be able to shove in there.
Yeah, easily. You do not have to roll for that. It is easy to kind of pull aside, and you don't find an electrical panel. You do find the remnants of a waterlogged journal.
Oh, definitely didn't leave you here. Ducky's gonna take it and start very carefully trying to flip through it.
He flips through, and it looks like at first it is notes on some literature can I get an education roll?
Certainly.
Ducky.
While I'm doing that, did the last Iron Devil go down in or over water? Was there any sort of like we don't know,
Not
it
that you are
disappeared, right?
aware. Yeah,
But there wasn't
it
anything
just
on the line
disappeared.
that would have. Okay,
It disappeared somewhere around the Rockies.
got you. All right, education. That's a failure. That's 86.
You do not recognize what these notes reference. At the most you can think, it may be poetry, maybe some kind of eh, eh, speech. It's really hard to tell until you get to a certain page. And Dave, could we have the journal?
It's up.
Uh-oh.
Up?
Uh-oh.
And then I'm going to put this, I'll give it to the group separately as well, just so you can see it larger.
You.
It's an odd
And then-
symbol.
Yes, I will have, if you want to read it once I pop it in chat. Oop,
Yeah.
That's not to all of you. That is to somebody who would be very confused. That's why they're getting a strange journal. Okay, so it's in our Discord chat. If you want to pull
Gotcha.
up, I would appreciate if you wanted to read
Yeah, I'll read it.
what you find.
Good thing you put it in a really easy to read font.
I did nothing. Who left this journal?
Right.
Not me.
Right.
Aboarded the king's ship, now on the beak? Yeah. Now in the waist, the deck in every cabin. I flamed amazement. Sometimes I'd divide and burn in many places on the top mast, the yards and the bowsprit. How would I flame indistinctly, then meet and join? Four's lightnings, the precursors of the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary, and sight outrunning when not the fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold wares tremble, yea, his dread trident shake. Bloody gibberish, that is.
Unironically, I would have Ducky read me bedtime stories.
What is it?
But just this.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, just this.
There's also separately scrawled one phrase above this strange artwork.
Yeah. Wake the one under the mountain, scent and tempo and offerings. Wake the one under the mountain. Someone was off their fucking rock. Oh, you know what? There's a professor on this here thing. Maybe he can fucking decipher what this would be. Ducky's gonna grab the journal, grab like a cap or a shawl or something to just sort of cover his, wear his cap low as he heads back into what is going to be the dining cart area.
Just for fun, roll disguise.
Yeah, here we go. This will go great. That is a 98 on the die.
You find nothing.
All right. This feels just about right for this dice gun. All right. Ducky will hold the journal in front of his face and walk basically blindly through the car, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible while hiding himself as best as he can.
Amazing. We're gonna cut to the cab where Ruben has snuck off while dramatic things are happening in the bar car. Ruben, what are you doing?
Ruben is making his way towards the cab to. He would have probably, because he's very observant. He would have probably seen the errant waiter hustling past in sort of a frenzied state. He would have noticed these things. He would have noticed the young, beautiful boy coming from the front, the cab area. So he's very curious of the make and construction of this machine. So he's going to make his way up there to do a little bit of an investigation of his own, taking some notes along the way of what he might find.
Amazing. Let's first, make just a spot hidden check.
All right. That's a 9.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. You
That's what I do.
see what you would expect to find.
Well.
I imagine you have done some research and preparation for this
Ah, yes.
journey
Yes,
on what would be
indeed.
expected to find here. So you see the boiler,
Hmm.
the typical machinery
Firebox.
for a steam engine.
Mm-hmm.
You see what seems to be kind of a typical log of journey distances, stops, everything you would expect the conductor and engineer would need. But with that insane roll, you also, as you're kind of going through the various books and machinery parts, notice that there is a piece of paper that has been hidden almost, but not well, because you spot just the corner of it under this strange black box in the side of the car.
What is this? Interesting. I'll reach down and just kind of grab it and start to pull on it a little bit.
You pull out a map page.
Indeed, I did. What do we make of this? And I'll lay it out on the little counter there. And one of the first things he'll do is he wears a wristwatch, and in this wristwatch is a hidden camera. And so he will take a couple pictures of it. What do we have?
Why don't you put on the screen, if you can, for everyone, what he is taking pictures of?
Looky. There it is. Is this the route?
And again, I'm going to
perhaps?
throw it in the Discord chat for everyone as well, so that you can see it larger. And could I get either an intelligence check or an education check, your choice?
Okay. Yeah, we'll go intelligence. That is a 24, so better than half.
Stanley Pass, the first thing written on this map, is roughly around the area where the original Iron Devil could have disappeared.
Stanley Pass. Interesting. Triangulates well with the disappearance of the first voyage. I'm going to roll the map up and stick it inside my jacket in a little secret compartment area of my jacket. And then I'm going to turn back to the logs, and I'm going to page through the logs ever so carefully. And I'm going to also take pictures, but looking for any sort of notes about Stanley Pass, perhaps, or any other incriminating or informative information that might be gleaned.
Yeah, you do eventually make your way down the logs. There are no directions, records, any transit related information for any area west of Stanley Pass.
As if we never intended to travel beyond it. Oh, the plot thickens. Well, I best make my way back to the car so as to not to be noticed at my disappearance. Now he'll look around. Is there anything else as he sort of like takes stock of the machinery that would stand out as being strange? He's done a bit of study before coming on this particular mission.
How close is he inspecting the black box in the corner? The metal box. It's maybe a couple of feet wide.
I'm gonna say, well, let's see. Pretty closely.
Okay.
It looks out of place.
Great. I do need you to make a roll against your sanity score.
Ooh,
Oh,
baby.
shoot. sanity score. Can you remind me what? Because I totally know, but maybe people on
Uh-huh. Yes,
watching
yes, yes,
don't
yes, yes.
know what is a sanity score and how does that work?
So a sanity score is going to be tracking how mentally and emotionally, psychically, spiritually well you are in the face of the horror that is Cthulhu. So anytime you reach something, see something, experience something that brushes upon the eldritch horror of the Cthulhu mythos, which in this case it seems like that black box might relate to, you will be shaken, and you have to roll and see how well your investigators like stamina and mental fortitude holds up with this brush with the unknown horrors.
Oh boy. Okay, so am I rolling percentile on this?
You are rolling percentile.
Okay.
If you so if you roll over, you are going to be losing an amount of sanity points that I will roll. If you roll under, you will lose less or none. I can tell you in this case, if you roll under, you will lose none.
Okay.
And you will not have any damage. It will just make future sanity rolls more difficult. If you fail, I also get to like momentarily control your next action. So like you could scream, or like if you had a gun, it could like go off. But I'll give a heads up that this, you're not looking at Cthulhu, so it will be minor. It would just
You
make
are looking at a box.
And
yeah,
I'm,
you're looking
Black
at a
box,
box.
very creepy.
and I'm pretty sure your initial sanity is equal to your power, right?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
Equal to my power. Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you for that explanation. Here we go. I did not succeed on
Did
that
not
sanity
succeed.
check.
All right, you are going to lose 1d6 of your sanity points. You want it to be less than 5. So I'll let you roll the d6, but you
Okay.
want that number to be 1 to 4.
Okay.
I mean, you want that number to be 1.
You would love that number to be 1.
Ideally, that
two.
number's
2. All right. So you, as you are inspecting this box closely, you freeze up a moment. You feel like a static shock, even though you've touched nothing, and you hear only the beat of the train tracks, the wheels going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and that is all you can hear. All you can hear is a train whistle screaming loudly that turns into the sound of a person screaming in your ear, and then you are back.
Ah! What the bloody hell was that? Nothing. I'm gonna gather my things, put things back to where they seem they belong, and take one last look at the box in the room and leave.
You head back to your room, meeting another group headed back to your room, the professor, Al, and Sydney, and you all stumble directly into a man holding a book over his face, Ducky, who is in the hallway coming
Don't
towards you.
So are we all
Apologies?
sleeping here? Like, is this where all of us are sleeping?
Mr.
Oh, me?
Barrow.
No, I'm just, I just, was... You're a professor, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, there was some writings that I thought maybe you'd be able to take a look at and just evaluate for me. Found something weird back in one of the other cards.
Something weird?
But yeah, hi. Yeah, I was, yeah.
What do you have? What is
Oh,
it
I just
that
got
you
this book.
have?
Mr. Barrow, if I could have a word, please.
Oh, yes. Sorry, wait. 3B, 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 3B.
Unfortunately.
Seems like.
Freebie.
Where did you find this book?
Mate, it was over up by the luggage cart. Panel.
I can
in the
discern
wall,
that
pulled back.
I can discern that the picture that I have And the picture on this is the same.
You can, if you would like, you can also make an education check to see if any of the rest of it makes more sense to you.
Oh, I absolutely would love to do that. Yes.
It's gibberish in there. I was looking through it, but I figured you might.
Please unlock the entire world to me with a 12 that's under my 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still gibberish.
Oh,
There's no way that any person would
nice.
be able to figure out what this means. So,
Yeah.
You immediately you start to skim through, and you are taken back to a park. You and your sister had gone to see a Shakespeare in the Park. You watched The Tempest, and you recognized the notes in the journal as lines from The Tempest writ out. And with the success that you got, you recognize the actual words next to that picture as the first words Ariel says in the play right after the spirit comes from causing a massive fire on his shipwreck.
You, I'm sorry, your name, son?
first call me Ducky. Ducky
Vetrax.
Conway.
Ducky. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Professor Dalton Brimley. This is
God.
my student assistant, Alistair.
Yeah, we bet.
This is Mr. Sidney, and I don't think I got your name. Fancy, I did.
Vestibule,
Yeah.
Reuben Vestibule.
Yeah.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Something strange is going on here.
Very much so. Check it out.
Yes. Yes.
That is a
Hey,
book.
your
like
picture, just
showing-
like my picture.
Yeah, and I'm showing it to Sydney, and also these are lines from the Tempest, the Shakespearean play.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, just bloody gibberish. Sorry, Shakespeare, not a fan. I'll say it.
Honestly, you're not too far off. It's a lot of confusing lines and
Yeah.
whatever.
It's
I'm an
very
economics professor.
All right.
All right. Here's the thing. 3B. All right. Inside we go. The spirits have put us in the same room together for a very specific reason. Anything you have to say to me, Mr. Reuben Vestibule, you can say to me inside of our room. We are meant to be in there. In.
Yes, of course.
And
Pardon me.
Sydney is actively like being way too handsy as he pushes you all in to the.
There's not enough room.
You're small part, mate.
It is a room made for us.
I have an important question. Does he touch Alistair?
I don't think he's like meaning to, but he's just kind of waving you all in.
Okay.
All right.
Some of you will have to sit on beds to make room. It is a very narrow passageway between the bunks.
Aren't you the
There's 6
waiter?
bunks?
There are 4 bunks.
There's 4 bunks.
Ducky,
waiter, aren't you?
realizing this is not his room, will just sort of stand.
Can I check to see if anyone's lying about that being their room?
Yes, make a psychology check, and you can do it against Ducky's fast talk. So how opposed rolls work is you're just doing levels, so success versus success, or like high success versus regular success.
Yeah, well, I failed miserably with a 63, so
And I was better than half with a 21.
Hmm?
The math doesn't work out, but it's everyone's shady here. It's hard to tell, aside from your boss, who is lying about this being their room.
Are you taking drink orders? He looks over at Ducky.
Mate,
I
I don't
could
work on
use-
this. I don't work on this bloody train, mate.
All right. What do you
Oh,
do on this
sorry.
train?
Well, I was an engineer with the first one of these trains, and I haven't been able to get much work since on account of it going missing. So I thought I might hitch a ride on this time round and see, make sure that the same thing doesn't happen again.
I'm sorry,
Wait,
what's been going missing?
You were here when the train went missing the
Well,
first.
no, I bloody wasn't here, was I? Because I got fired along with everyone else in my team.
Why?
Right
Why
before
were
they
you
was about to
fired?
take off, maybe a week before, they fired the entire team, laid us off, no compensation. And then after that train went up in smoke, I couldn't get a job to save it off. Everybody knew that our team was, related to the train that went away. Couldn't get a job just till now. Find it mighty odd that they would be launching another train a year after the fact. Didn't hire any of the original crew, mind you. So I thought, all right, I want to see whose handiwork they decided to go with this time round.
Ducky. Why
Ducky's
were
like
you fired?
scheming a little bit.
Why were you fired? Did they tell you, or did they just let you go?
No, they bloody didn't tell me. They just laid off my own team, no pay, no workers' comp, nothing of the sort. Does that exist in this time? I don't know. But
I need you to focus.
yeah, I'm here.
I just when you were with this train before, when you were an engineer, was there anything faulty? Was there something
I'll
that maybe
present
they
that
didn't want
question, sir. Was there anything faulty with my work? Absolutely not. I'm a professional, I am. I made every single nick and cranny look spick, spot, and span, which is why I'm mighty surprised that they would have a panel that you can order fucking book in. I didn't make anything like that when I went around it the first time. And mind you, there was a box. That shouldn't be in a cab. There was a weird little box that I saw over there. That shouldn't
I've
be
seen the box.
You saw the box? What were you doing in the cab? Oi, if there was somebody
Dalton
in there...
is clawing at his face. He's like,
Listen, if there was somebody in that cab, it wasn't my fault, mind you, all right?
Gonna hand my hip flask of champagne to my professor. Just
Tell me this very instance. What do you know then, Ducky Conway, of Stanley Pass? Be quick about it.
and what are these?
Stanley Pass is on the route of the original train, right?
Was
You
it?
would know it as it's part. It was on the route of the original.
Yeah, that's probably
train.
as much as
Yeah.
I would know, right? Yeah, Stanley Pass, I think, was supposed to be on the route. Listen, I wasn't much to know about the actual train. I didn't track. I didn't do nothing like that. I just had to make sure that the train would get us from point A to point B, which, by the way, it should have.
Well, I will tell you something that may be of interest to the rest of us. There is something strange going on here, but I will say there is also physical evidence in the cab to suggest that your maiden voyage of this original train never made it past Stanley Pass.
Does Ruben show us the map at this point?
I will show you this map at this point.
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't. That wasn't a thing to say. Do that. I was just okay. Cool. And we noticed the drawing again because on the map it's in the corner of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on. So
Yeah. This right here. This is what was laid out for us. This is exactly how far we're supposed to get it. Not to
Right.
Stanley Pass through it.
this is in the journal. This was in the corner over there by Mr. Sidney, who has nothing to do with it, I assume, and it's also on the map.
But he's
Does this-
wigging out right now. Are you all right, sir?
I am
No, you,
very-
Professor. I know you're having some issues. I mean, the other guy.
I'm very, very excited.
All right.
I love Shakespeare, the Bard, and
Oh, fuck me.
and he's writings. The writings here. They follow every single one of my theories.
Professor.
I start like looking at the maps, and I just go like, yes. Well, to awaken. Is something awakened? Is something still sleeping? Are you still sleeping down there? I think you are. Okay, I do not believe. I think that there is something. Oh, do we know what is burning right now?
Oh my God, he's having a stroke.
No. If they haven't changed too much with the engine, it is still a steam engine. Should be some sort of coal burning.
Yes.
Indeed.
But they have added some sort of electrical that wasn't privy to on the first pass.
Right.
Electrical.
Yeah.
Jinx. Okay, but electrical. So it may not be actually powered by whatever's being burned.
It might be partially. I'd have to really go in and take a look at the engine room. Didn't have time to do it.
Electrical engine would be quite strange for this sort of
That's
vessel,
not
would it not?
normal.
It
That's
certainly was not a
normal in the
fully
slightest.
electrical engine at any point. No, nor would it be now. We don't have the power to run a full electrical engine at this point, I don't believe.
Molly, can I make either a history roll? Because I assume that occult wouldn't work for the symbol. That would be like mythos. So,
That is correct. So you could do history.
but can I do history on? Yeah, specifically like maybe like the I guess the past. Well, we already kind of did history on the past. So yeah, I guess history on the symbol to see if I've
Okay.
just seen it before anywhere.
Yeah. I will say I would like this be like library use if you want to like go through like any research you've done as well.
Can I jump
Professor, I
in on
see
that?
you're excited about that. You're welcome. Both of you are welcome. to
I'll
jump
do
in.
history for me.
Would I have no? Would I? I don't think I would know
24,
anything about this.
Which is a half.
Yeah, of course it is.
I mean,
Uh,
there is electric railways, I guess, but it doesn't. This isn't what it was outfitted to be.
Molly, with the
27
research,
also half.
with the
Mhm.
research that I would have done in preparation for this, and with the vestibule coal empire, would I have any records or know of any sale of coal supplies for powering this train?
Oh, interesting. Well, yeah, you've done research. Like, what would that? Mm-mm-mm. I would put that under library use as well. Just if you're thinking about like what research you've done previously in the records,
Okay.
or yeah, that's what I would choose.
Molly,
And
does
sorry,
this-
Ian, what
Yeah.
was your number?
It was 27. I beat my half.
Okay.
Question with my personal like research knowledge, does this, because we're looking at the map, does this route, the 66.8, does that also mimic the real life route, like the actual real world structural route?
I will go in order. So you're focused on the root, you're focused on the symbol, and then Ruben is focused on coal records.
Meanwhile, Ducky is as everyone searches their mind palaces. Ducky is non-stop babbling about like, and another thing, I don't like the way people treat me. Frankly, the entire time I was working on this process, everyone was like, "Oh, Ducky do this, Ducky do that," and I could just rambling as it goes.
Is it?
Uh,
Is it?
Sorry, yeah.
Is it possible as this student of the arts? Can I just like try and understand the meaning of the Shakespearean?
Yeah, if you want to do, let's see, I would say like a psychology check or even just like an intelligence check to kind of put stuff together. And I'll get to you at the end of
Okay.
this mind palace reveal we're all going through.
I thought there were electric motors at the turn of the century. Yeah, it's something right there, but I don't think this is meant to be outfitted by an electrical motor. And speaking of, even if it was supposed to be outfitted by
Professor Brimley, it is not the root. You have done enough research into train lines that the only number that could represent that makes sense to you is speed. Sydney, that icon you have seen before in spiritualist work. It is used to represent wild spirits, untamed spirits, uh, sometimes fey, but more along the lines of unknowable like mischief makers, like pukas. Uh, and were you a half or were you a fifth?
A half. Oh
A
yeah.
half. Okay, I'll leave it at that.
Mhm.
Ruben, what was your score?
It was unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful.
Mhm.
Nothing stood out when you were looking up coal. It seemed like the records supported a primarily steam engine based journey cross country. And then Alistair, what was your role?
You're muted, Alistair.
I forget. I rolled a regular success.
Regular success. I mean, there are a lot of themes in the play that don't seem to be applicable here. You don't recall there being anything like with Prospero or Miranda. With a regular success, though, and remind me which you took this in. Like which did you roll?
Just straight intelligence.
Just straight intelligence.
Yeah.
You here's the one connection that you do make. You don't connect any themes. You do connect that you are on Prosperity Railways, which is a interesting potential connection to the main character in Tempest, which is Prospero.
All right. So, Professor Brimley, you are a student of what was it again? Engineering, history.
Professor of economics. So, but with the focus in, yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you happen to understand how many lives were lost making the transcontinental railway?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Yes. So if you think about it from my perspective as a spiritualist, the creation of this railway was, in fact, one of the largest on record blood sacrifices we have ever known.
I really don't like the way that sounds.
I know it sounds bad.
There's a better way to put that, but you're not wrong. He's not a lie.
I take umbrage at it, but I know what you're saying.
Well, if you think of a sacrifice that you wish to gain something from it in practical parlance, when you're debating with devils, you're bargaining with them, and you want something in return, we sacrificed blood, and we got this beautiful railway that chugs along at a very specific pace. Chugga, chew. A very interesting pace.
Yeah, all right.
The pace is something that's very interesting too, because on here, I thought this was the route, but there's no structural line route. That's 66.8. This is a speed marker, which doesn't make any sense because the highest marked speed with steam locomotive engines within this time is 105 kilometers
160
an hour.
kilometers. Yeah, that's right.
105 kilometers an hour.
No, it can reach up to 100, nearly 160, I believe. I'm not talking about intercity, but I'm saying, I've heard tell. Listen, I could be wrong, but this is what we have different circuits, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. How though? Because it's not supposed to. 65 miles an hour is the highest it's supposed to go.
Oh, miles per hour. I don't mess with that.
105 kilometers.
Conversion rates, mate.
Think of it in a very different way, though. And Sydney just points his finger at tempo. Tempo. On the journal. Maybe it is not exactly the speed at which something is going. It is the tempo. The bum, ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. The beats per second, as it were. The bum, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. The chugga, chugga, chew, chew, as I said. There is
All right, if
a
that's the offering,
summoning happening here.
and that's the tempo, what's the scent?
The scent? I can only imagine the scent of coal burning, the steam rising, or steam, as it were. That's why I was wondering. Perhaps there is something different being burned inside of the machine that is being blasted out into the steam. A scent.
You said
Yeah,
that there
what's-
was there's an electrical box.
Mr.
And-
Barrow, I must interject. As I said, visited the cab, this box. I saw this thing and I heard something horrible emanating from the bowels of this locomotive, a scream of a piercing voice. Piercing, I say.
Scream.
May very well have been, but I was mortified and nearly lost consciousness in the matter. Resolved itself, but not without leaving me quite shaken, I must say. Quite shaken indeed.
If I may, I would like for Dalton to run out of the room,
Oh, God.
bolting towards the cab.
Oh.
I mean, you can absolutely. Uh,
Something clicked in Ian's head, and I think it would have clicked in Dalton's head too. And
Well, if there's someone in there, I didn't have anything to do with it.
Be careful of
He's just
Are you in need of assistance?
Christ. Yeah, we should probably go with this professor.
I'm going to follow my professor.
And I'm going to follow
Aye.
the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna follow the waiter.
Love to watch me
you-
go, hey?
all make your
I don't want to
way
leave.
to the cab and are stopped by a distinguished older gentleman in a uniform. You see a conductor insignia. Oh, that's private. I'm so sorry. I'm not here greeting passengers. Hello.
your name, sir.
My name is
Please.
something that I definitely know. That's right here. James Brenneth, Conductor Brenneth. If you are.
Conductor
So
Brenneth,
willing.
pleasure. Very much so. I'm going to give you one opportunity to please step aside and allow me just to look. And I really hope you take that opportunity, Conductor Brenner. And you could, like, he's cracking. Like Professor Brimley is, like, cracking in his face.
Oh my God! Make an intimidation check.
Is there a
How
way
much
to
of a
help?
bonus? Let me
You
cook.
can have a bonus if the group. I assume the group with you is similarly
Yeah.
aggressive.
Or
Or
if I point my gun at this conductor.
Oh,
That's
shit.
probably that would be.
yeah,
kinda scary.
I would put that as
Yeah.
just you need a regular success. You have a bonus. Screams kind of erupt around you. Most kind of delighted. And you do see there is some commotion on the side of the dining car as a man in a pinstripe suit stands up, just like observing the situation.
Yeah. Ducky drops into a seat and covers as soon as the pistol is pulled.
Ruben just kind of like puts a hand up and says, "It's all part of the show, people. Of course, it's the entertainment, isn't that right?"
Conductor Brenner. I absolutely mean you no harm. But if you do not allow me the pleasure to just look into this cab, I will bring this entire train to a stop. And I don't want to do that with
I
a
was just the sort of-
15 that's under my 5th.
Shut up!
Let's do this. Conductor Brenner, I respect your position and your importance, especially to this economy in this trying time that the transcontinental railroad is doing wonders for the U.S., but I need you to move.
He moves. It's All right, this is the show that
Right
you
part
will
of the
all
entertainment.
see. It's a heist.
And he puts the gun away, but like he finger guns in the air, and he's like, "Ha ha! We're gonna take over the train, starting with the engine," and like goes into the cab.
Amazing.
Can
Can I
Sydney
just-
will. Yeah, go ahead.
As I follow the professor, my wonderful, absolutely unhinged professor, with a smile that has not dropped at all, just kind of pats the conductor's shoulders like he's been a little bit stressed at the university. And follows.
Sydney will does not like what has just happened, but just kind of runs in fast and goes, Professor Brimley, I warn you, I understand your need for this, but please calm yourself. If you meet the spirits with the energy that you are meeting with them now, it will be met back fourfold. Please steel yourself.
Mr. Sydney, at this
Ducky,
point-
Ruben, make quick. What should But it's not perception because that's not the game we're
Spot hidden?
playing.
That's not the game we're playing.
It's not spot hidden. I want you to see if you notice something in the room that is not hidden. I'll just say intelligence, putting something together.
Mr.
8.
Sydney,
I rolled an
if
8.
my suspicions are correct when we walk into this cab, your spirits will need tenfold to keep me from my retribution.
You don't understand what you're saying. You said something very, very, very interesting, but you do not understand what you're saying.
Successful.
And then that was a 6.
An 8.
8.
Yeah. Mhm.
Ducky, you recognize that the conductor has looked to a number of passengers who are not wearing uniforms. Ruben, you see him look to 4 specific passengers who all have various weaponry on them. They are all in dark suits. They all stand and just watch. So
Mhm.
you clock that there are guards or security of a sort that are connected to the conductor.
As I was gonna say, as Dalton does the thing, the handguns and everything, and like storms forward to the cab, Ruben's just gonna look at these individuals and the rest of the crew, and just be, bravo, beautiful show. Please, standing ovation for the plays. Yes, the players. Thank you.
Dalton.
All right, Dalton, Sydney, what are you guys doing?
Mr. Sydney, please, allow me this.
Meet them gently, or you will face the consequences.
Okay, I will. I will meet them gently, as you suggested. Alistair, please, with your gleaming, beautiful eyes, make sure that no one runs up on the door when we're here. I want to keep it accessible, and I don't want to be locked in here.
Of course. I don't think I'm the correct person. People seem to be attracted to me for some reason.
I mean, it might be the best, but here you go. And he hands you the revolver. There you go.
It's a
I'll take it back.
Elegant choice of weapon.
What are you talking about? It's a Colt Smith. It's been made in the 1920s, 1927 specifically.
How much longer
Just
are
like-
we going to be looking at the engine?
In a minute!
Ducky had not gone in seeing these guys and seeing the gun pull, but will go to the conductor and just go, "Oh, listen, Gov, it does seem there might be some technical repairs that I do need to do in there just for a minute. Shouldn't take more than a minute, but if you could just keep people a little bit out of the engine room, away from the engine room, that would be appreciated. I don't know what don't know what they're doing in there, but I would like to just get a couple of doodads and fizz booms going, if you don't mind.
Alice just
Give me
like
a
comes to the door.
persuasion check. Give me a persuade check.
He said doodads and fizz boobs.
I just
That
love
is
the
a 90.
Oh
Damn it.
God.
You look at this man who is taller than you, staring down. His eyes are steel. I don't know you. Why are you on the train?
Ducky Conway, sir. Just here to help with the engine, if I could.
He shakes your hand, and I need you to make a sanity check.
Oh.
That is a failure.
Oh no! Ducky!
Roll a d6. Again, you do not want 5 or higher.
No, I surely don't. One moment. I had a dice roller that went somewhere in the chaos. Here it is. That is a 3.
You lose 3 sanity points, and you feel like you are touching liquid nitrogen. His hand is so cold.
Ooh, ha! Oh, hell of a grip you got there, mate. I like a man with a firm handshake.
See that your man finishes his looking.
Yeah, I do, sir.
Grimly.
Not knowing whether it's worse outside of this room or in this room, I think Ducky is going to open the door and go in with the rest of them.
Oh, so Alice just switches places with Ducky?
Yeah, I think so. Ah, beautiful. You're
Yeah.
right, son.
Your turn. He's just leaning on his cane, holding this revolver inappropriately.
Great.
Reuben will-
Out of this room.
Reuben
If
will
that
come up
goes
and
off,
take the revolver
bad.
and out of your hand. I'll hold on to that. And he'll put it away. No need to scare any of the passengers.
No, twice.
When we get into the cab, the first thing that Brimley does is he goes to the coal reserve in there. And he's looking through it to see if it's your standard coal, if it's been used, especially in the amount of time that we've been here, to see if there's anything weird.
Make a spot hidden check.
Okay, here we go. Oh God, I just made it.
Ah.
My spot hidden regular is 25, and I rolled a 24. I just made it.
Go!
Yeah.
What is Brimley afraid of finding in the coal?
Brimley is afraid of finding body parts or a body.
Why am I outside the door?
You look. You move the coal, the fuel. There's a shovel that you can kind of start to move things around. You're not finding body parts, but after a few moments and convincing yourself almost that you were wildly off base, this is not what you think it is. All of this has been ridiculous. The occultist, the vision, you had a hallucinogen, you're drunk. This is insane. And then you find a silver bracelet that you gave Sophia for her 20th birthday.
Like, Dalton picks it up and he goes, Mr. Sidney, do you see this in my hand? Do you see it?
You are indeed holding a bracelet, yes. Was it hers?
Yeah. It
So,
was.
did you know somebody on the coal crew?
Mr.
Ducky,
Conway. Yes.
no, it's fine. I will explain later, but we need to get out of here now, and we need to be as normal as we can. We found nothing. We were wrong. I'm very drunk. I need to lay down.
Yes. He's very drunk. Needs to lay down. Is the box in here?
It is. It's in the corner of the room.
Yeah, I was gonna look at that box too.
Sydney, I have a feeling, can't help but he heard the word "the box," and just as they're like getting ready to start getting their story together, just I would like to make an occult check on it.
You move closer.
Yes,
Make
I
a
of course move
occult
closer
check.
to do it.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, it's. I mean, depending on if you need a half or something, if it's hard, but it is a half success with
Is a half
34.
success. Now I need you to make a sanity check.
Yeah. This is where it gets. I passed. 65 sanity, 62.
Hey, baby.
There are cheers from behind the door as champagne bottles are popped. The train picks up speed as you hit midnight on your first night aboard your journey. The conductor knocks on the door. It's time to leave. And as Sydney looks at that dark metal box, Sydney, you feel hundreds of hands grabbing and pulling you towards the train tracks below. And that is where we'll end the first half.
Oh.
Shut your mouth.
Derailed.
Oh.
Derailed indeed. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Molly. Molly.
Oh god, what's happening?
That's so good. That is
the
so good.
horror.
Why was there a bracelet in the coal? How did Ian put that connection together? I hate it a lot. I hate it a lot.
Oh my god.
I know nothing. I'm chilling at a door.
Hey, bro. ADHD. Connect.
Yeah. I'm a great bellhop right now.
Oh
There's
god, that
nothing
is
like playing a
brilliant.
character who doesn't know what's going on when you
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. It's the
Yeah.
best thing in the world.
Oh, I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Dylan and Ian right now are like pinpointed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
picked
yeah.
excellent characters for
It was
this.
like, as he was walking in, I was like, I know what he's gonna find, and are you sure you're okay with this?
Yeah.
He's like, absolutely. I am so ready for what
I was feeling like, is the coal gonna have been burned before? What's wrong with coal?
They don't have enough for the journey.
We'll never
literally-
make it.
Coal box.
Ian's
We only-
literally getting DMs from me going, I want to know. Just
Can you show?
Oh my god. Molly, thank you so much. You guys, thank you for the
Oh,
awesome
God.
storytelling, awesome characters. This is so excellent. Can't wait to come back for part 2. Okay, let's go around the table and do the thing. My brain is scattered right now. Let's start with Dylan. Dylan, remind folks who you are and where they can find your stuff and what you do.
Oh yes, of course. Hi, I'm Dylan McCullum. You can find me at Whatchamacallum. It's a pun. Whatchamacallum over on Twitch and on socials. You can also find my podcast, HeroClubPodcast.com or Total Party Skill podcast.com. Or not. We don't have a website. Total Party Skill podcast. You'll find us. I do TTRPG stuff and play story-based games on Twitch. And hi, this was fun.
Thank you so much for being here, Dylan.
Of
I
course.
love Sydney. Sydney's so great. Let's jump over to Jack. Jack, thanks for being
Hi,
here.
I'm Jack, Meister Hypester on all the social medias. I'm a full-time Twitch content streamer, so people pay me for being a face. Um, we play games and be gay. Yeah, and it was fun playing Alistair here.
Alistair's brilliant. Thank you for being here, Jack. I'm enjoying it so much. Let's jump over to Gabe next.
Hello, I'm Gabe Greenspan. You can find me on socials at GabeSpan. It's a portmanteau, my first and my last name. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, where I do all sorts of D&D type things. Some of them with Dylan on our podcast, Total Party Skill, which has episodes dropping every Friday. You can find all of the backlog of that wherever you find podcasts, Spotify, Apple, etc. This is the best. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Dave, for the opportunity.
Hell yeah. Anytime and every time. I love having you guys here because I know it's gonna the hijinks are gonna ensue. It's gonna get crazy. Molly always brings the diabolical storytelling and it's just fun to fan the flames of this imagination. Let's jump over to Ian next. Ian, always a pleasure to have you around the table.
I just love being here, and I'm surprised that you keep asking me to come back. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian, or your boy Big, which is not a pun or funny, clever way to mash my first and last name. If you want to know what I'm doing, just pick any social media, put in your boy Big, which is YABOIBIG, and you'll find me because I got the monopoly on that. Immediately, if you want to know
Well
next,
done.
I'll be on Folk and Myth Wednesdays. Thank you. Wednesdays and Fridays, I'll be over on Folk and Myth. And if you don't like my face but don't mind hearing my voice, you can go to any podcast streaming platform, to the Fang Gang podcast, or to the Hardest Dungeon audio drama podcast. But yeah, again, don't know why I keep getting asked to come back, but I'm here and they pay me for
Because
it.
you
No one
because
pays
you do things like Dalton Brimley. That's why
Yeah.
that's why we have you back. It's beautiful.
I would like to add that if Ian was not here, I would not be here. So don't know why Ian is
So
saying
sweet.
that.
Stop saying that. It's not true.
And if you don't like Ian's face, I don't trust you.
Yeah, really. Who would do such a thing? All right. Last but not least, let's jump over to Molly. Molly, again, thank you for the creativity of pulling this together and putting all these pieces in front of us to play with.
Thank you. No, thanks for having me. I'm Molly. I'm MJ Rustle on some socials and Mojimi and other socials. I don't know. Find me, don't find me. I like to run games. I like to listen to Total Party Skill podcast on Fridays.
Hey.
Yeah, I like hanging out and playing games with Steve. So happy to be here.
Well, that makes me happy. It's always fun to bring you back to play more games, and I am thrilled to come back and see what happens in part two. And we will keep everybody informed of when that's going to be. We don't have it scheduled, but we're going to work on it. So we'll have it. We'll
Of
have it
like
up and
10
ready.
more episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we boost, and we're going to go right into some friends of ours, so stick around for that. I just want to make sure that I mention a couple of quick things that are going on here at Guild Superior, including tomorrow night we will be back with episode 5 of our House of Eidolons cyberpunk game that's been going on, run by Penborough. A great cast. We're having a lot of fun playing the House of Eidolons system, which is an indie TTRPG that the GM actually created, and it's absolutely fantastic. So
Cool.
come and check that out, please. And then also I want to mention next Tuesday here, same time, same place, we're jumping back into the Outlaws of Greyhawk, bringing back Ty and Coco, Rachel and Scottish Jeff for some more outlaw style Wild Western type game in Greyhawk. So you're going to want to come back and check that out. There's lots going on. We also have a fantastic community in our Discord. If you like playing games, we have community games going on for anybody who wants to play in them. So come on over and get involved with that. There's a link in the chat. That is it for me. Thanks to all of you for being here. We're going to go ahead and raid into our friends at Folk and Myth. So stick around and jump into the raid. Give them some good old-fashioned Guild Superior love. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah.